The idea that Christianity invented or owns morality is the most common and least examined assumption that I hear. The question is always some variation of, well, if you don't believe in God, then where does morality even come from? This is the same assumption that we unpack in my latest podcast episode responding to the book Pagan Threat, where paganism is framed as morally dangerous, chaotic, and lacking ethical grounding. And I want to be crystal clear here. That claim only works if, and only if, Christianity owns morality. When we look at historical evidence, study philosophy, or even look at what archaeology provides and anthropology, we can see that it doesn't. Moral reasoning long predates Christianity and exists independently of belief in the God of the Hebrew Bible. Ancient philosophers grounded in ethics and human flourishing, virtue, and responsibility, not divine command. Later thinkers argued that morality arises from human sympathy and social instincts. We don't avoid harm because God forbids it. We avoid harm because suffering feels wrong and cooperation is what keeps societies alive. Modern moral psychology backs this up. We see moral intuitions are cross-culturally and even cross-species. Moral intuitions like care, fairness, loyalty, harm avoidance, these all show up whether Christianity does or not. Moral systems have existed across the world long before Christianity, so this fact alone undermines the idea that ethics and morality comes from the Christian God. And this is the part that really matters. When morality is framed as coming only from God, it becomes untethered from accountability. If something is good simply because God commands it, then harm can be justified as obedience, and history shows this clearly, not despite belief in God, but while explicitly appealing to Him. Institutional abuse, colonial violence, systemic harm carried out under religious authority. By contrast, pagan and naturalistic moral frameworks ground their ethics in consequences, relationship, and repair. Harm is wrong because it damages living beings and communities in the here and now, not because it violates some cosmic rulebook. Christians love to frame paganism as morally bankrupt, but morality has existed long before Christianity and often despite it. So when you ask, where does morality come from, if not God? It comes from being human, social, embodied, interdependent. From consequences, not command. So in closing, no, Christianity did not invent morality, and history shows it doesn't safeguard it either.